What's up, Vineyard family? This is DJ, of course, and I wanted to send you a video because I was thinking about my sermon from this last week, and there's a couple things I wanted to mention. So if you were there, you noticed that I did a purification process, and I basically dumped a bunch of stuff in clear water and said, that's kind of what it feels like to be human, a mess of the lack of clarity of life. And we need something outside of us to come in and purify us. I don't think without God there's any way to sort of tangibly free us from our sin, our shame, our brokenness. And so I did this, water purification process, my little backpacking water pump. And the thing is, it came out tainted. And that's because I used food coloring and, basically a water filter doesn't fully purify. And I mentioned that, basically in life we expect God to come into our life, make everything perfect, and then we've got this pure water again. But it's just not like that. We have our unique blend of taintedness. And that's what I wanted to mention today, sort of as an encouragement to you. I think a lot of times we think that our taintedness or brokenness, even after God has saved us, is bad, And so we're walking around trying to pretend that we don't have taintedness in our jar. But this side of heaven we do. And I mentioned this verse but wanted to read it today. Paul says about the taintedness, 3 times I pleaded with the Lord about this, that it should leave me. This is 2 Corinthians 12. But he said, this is God said to him, my grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in your weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly of my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ may rest upon me. This is actually what's beautiful about what God does in our life. As he sort of heals us or purifies us, but he leaves the taintedness in our life, that becomes the most beautiful part about us. It's not the fact that we just have everything together and that we have a perfect life, but instead, it's the fact that God uses our brokenness to point to God, point that there is a creator, that he loves us. And we were even saying that our unique taintedness, whatever that color is, right? Maybe it's a yellow or a blue or whatever we've struggled with in life, that actually becomes living water to those who have experienced that same kind of brokenness. And that's the story of the gospel, that God uses our brokenness and draws other people to us through our brokenness. And so the question is that actually we're going to address this coming Wednesday. The question is, how do I feel okay about the fact that I still have brokenness? How do I boast in my weakness? And the answer, of course, is love. When we know we're loved by God, my goodness, it changes how boldly we step into life and how even willing we are to be open about our stuff. And so this week we're going to talk about how love causes us to flourish. I hope you can come, and I hope that we can all as a community live out of this idea of God's love identifying us or defining us. So anyway, happy day. Good to see you. Bye.